Hello, beautiful people. Massive good news. You know how I do, right? So, this is good news all the way from the United States of America. So, if you want to move down to the US, this is the video for you. And what makes this pathway super exciting is that you don't need a job offer for this, and you also don't need any school. Admission. It has nothing to do with work or study. You move down to the US as a permanent resident, and the application for this is free, and applications is open right now and it will soon close, so you need to act immediately. So in this video I'm going to tell you all about it, how you can move down to the US as a permanent resident, and if you have a family, you move down with your family as well. So stay tuned to the end of this video for all the details. If we are just meeting, my name is Jackie and you're welcome to my channel. Do subscribe and turn on the post notification bell, because my channel is the best place where you're going to get information that will help you to migrate abroad, whether you want to go for work, for study, or whatever pathway. There is so much on my channel. I talk about so many pathways, and not just to UK, to other countries as well, like the US, Canada, Australia, Japan, Germany, just name it. I have so much information on my channel for everybody. And if you're overwhelmed with information, you don't know which is for you, you can always reach me personally and we can talk one-on-one, and I help you on your own personal journey to relocation. So do send me an email or a DM on Instagram, or you can check the description box below. You're going to see a link to book a one-on-one consultation, and I'm also going to pin the comments, so check the pin comments as well for the link. I really look forward to speaking with you and helping you on your own relocation journey. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the support. You mean the world to me. Thank you so much. And please remember to give the video a thumbs up, that is a like. It supports the channel in so many ways. Thank you so much as you hit the like button under this video. And if you're looking for a way to make extra income to help you to move abroad, it can help with your migration, for you to have enough money to move abroad, or even to have living expenses while you're abroad. Having extra income is really cool. So there's this amazing opportunity to start an online business, which you can do from anywhere around the world. And you can start this business under 24 hours. And the business I'm talking about is to be an online publisher. You can publish books on Amazon.com. Amazon is the biggest e-commerce platform in the world, with a global customer base. And what can you be selling on Amazon? Books. You don't have to be a writer to do this. You're not going to write any book. You're not going to edit any book or anything like that. You can get hundreds and hundreds of fully formatted, ready to publish public domain books from STACKLEE. So head on to www.stacklee.com and get hundreds and hundreds of already formatted public domain books that you can sell on Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, that is Amazon KDP, or on Barnes and Noble. With the book manuscripts STACKLEE will give to you, you can start your own publishing business and have your books selling on Amazon in 24 hours. So head on to www.stacklee.com to get started. I'm going to drop the link in the comment section as well. All right, so let's explore this, okay? So the US has rolled out applications for the next batch of the Diversity Immigrant Visa Program, right? That is the DV program. So this is really amazing. So applications have opened and they have set aside 55,000 diversity visas. So 55,000 people are going to be getting these visas in the coming year, and there is no cost to this at all. It is free of charge. So all you need to do is to apply online. You need to meet the simple but strict eligibility requirements to qualify for this program, and I'm going to tell you those eligibility requirements right now in this video. So the first requirement is for natives of countries with historically low rates of immigration to the United States may be eligible to enter. So if you're from a country that has low rate of immigration to the US, then you can apply for this. I'm going to tell you the countries that are eligible and the countries that are not eligible in a minute, but let me finish with the eligibility requirements. So the second requirement is that each DV applicant must meet the education and work experience requirements of the DV program by having either at least a high school education or its equivalent. You don't need a bachelor's degree for this. You don't need a university education for this. Once you've completed your high school education, then you can put in for this program. And if you don't have high school, you can meet this requirement with work experience, which is 2 years of work experience within the past 5 years in an occupation that requires at least 2 years of training or experience to perform. All right. So it's either you have a high school education or you have 2 years of work experience. So this is really, really amazing. I mean, this requirement is something that almost everybody can meet. All right. So that is basically the only two requirements that are needed for this particular pathway. So the application is open right now. It opened on Wednesday, October 4, and it's going to be closing on Tuesday, November 7 of 2023. All right. So do apply as soon as possible. It's currently less than a month that you have to apply. So if I were you, I'll take action immediately so you don't have to wait to the last day. Because when the closing time is approaching, the website is just going to crash. So just try to apply early enough so you're not caught up with the last minute applications. So like I said earlier, it's an online application and it is free of charge. It is completely free of charge. Now, I really need to point out that for this DV program, because of its popularity, there are so many scam websites out there that are posing as, the correct website to send in your application. So you really need to be very careful when you're applying. Okay, so for this diversity program, let me just give you a breakdown of the steps to follow, how it works. So the first thing you need to do is to submit an entry. All right, so you do that. Then the step 2 is the selection of applicants. So they're going to go through all the applications they've received, right, and then choose the people that are going to move to the next stage. And if you're selected, you move to the next stage, which is where you confirm your qualifications. So based on allocations of available visas in each region and country from all the registered entries, right? So the Department of State will conduct a random selection. Now, this is random, right? It's a random selection of the applicants that are going to go in. So let's say each country has a particular quota for the visas they want to give a particular country or region. They're just going to select randomly from all the applications that came in and then contact those people to move to the next stage. So on or about May 4th of 2024, information on the entrance status check is going to be available on the website, so you can check to see if you've been selected or not. So the Department of State will not email notification letters. You are not going to receive any email about this. So beware of any scam email you may be receiving. The only way you can check if you've been selected or not is through the website, through your registration account. Okay, so you have to log in to check if you've been selected or not. So after the selection process, if you've been selected, you move to the next stage, which is where you confirm your qualifications. So this is the stage where you confirm your education, which is your high school education. A high school education means successful completion of a formal course of elementary and secondary education comparable to a 12-year course in the United States. Only formal courses of study meet this requirement. And if you don't have a high school education, you can do this through your work experience, like I said earlier. So if you are qualifying with work experience, you must have 2 years of experience in the last 5 years in an occupation which by U.S. Department of Labor definitions requires at least 2 years of training or experience that is designated as job zone 4 or 5, classified in a specific vocational preparation rating of 7.0 or higher. There are links to check out all these details, and I'm going to provide all of that. All right. So after you've confirmed your qualification, the next step is to submit your immigrant visa and alien registration application. Okay. So after this, you need to apply for your visa. And you're going to be applying for yourself and for your dependents, that is your spouse and your children. So let's say when at the time of application you were single, right? And then you later get married, you can still include your spouse in your application, right? So even if you enter this DV program as a single person, and then by the time you're selected, you're married, your spouse can still join in your application. And if you didn't have children while applying and you now have children when it's time to apply for your visa, you're going to be applying for your children as well. So whatever status, family circumstance you find yourself at the time of the visa application, you're going to be applying for your dependents as well. Okay, so after submitting your immigrant visa, the next stage is for the interview. So you're going to be having an interview. Prior to your interview, ensure you have followed the US Embassy or Consulate interview preparation instructions. On the scheduled date and time of your interview appointment, go to the US Embassy or Consulate. So you're going to be attending a visa interview. And for this interview, if you have a spouse or children, they are going to be attending this interview with you. So everyone that is in your application or your dependents, will join you to your interview. And what are the things you're going to be bringing to your interview? Number one is your appointment letter from the DV program. And number two is your DS-260 confirmation page. And you can print this form, from your application online. And then you'll be needing your passport, you'll be needing photographs, and you'll be needing medical exam results. You'll be needing original and supporting documents. So that is documents for your family members, like your marriage certificate, birth certificate of your children, your education requirements, your work experience, whatever it is, whatever supporting document you may have, you're going to take it along with you to your appointment. And then you also need English translations if your documents are not originally in English. And then you need your visa fees. So remember, applying to the DV program is free, it's completely free, but you need to pay visa fees, for your visa application. So there are two different things. You're entering first into the DV program, and when you're successful, when you're selected from the DV program, you then apply for your visa. So applying to the DV program is not applying for a visa, right? So when you're selected from the DV program, you then go ahead to apply for your visa. So you'll be needing to pay visa fees at that point, and that is paid at the time of your interview. All right, so after your interview, what next? The next thing is that at the end of your immigrant visa interview at the US Embassy or Consulate, the consular officer will inform you whether your visa application is approved or denied. So visa approval is when approved, you'll be informed how and when your passport and visa will be returned to you. And if it's been denied, you'll be informed why you are ineligible to receive a visa. So being selected from the DV program is not a guarantee that you're going to get a visa. You still need to go through the visa application process, and based on your application, your supporting documents, and the way you package your visa, basically you can either be approved or denied. So always do your best, be truthful in your visa application. Ensure you have your supporting documents that are good, so you can get your visa approval. So when you've gotten your visa approval, your diversity visa will be placed on a page in your passport. And you must arrive and apply for admission in the United States no later than the visa expiration date printed on your visa. A diversity visa is usually valid for up to 6 months after the date of issuance, unless your medical examination expires sooner, which may make your visa valid for less than 6 months. Okay, so once you receive your visa, you have at most 6 months to travel into the United States. So you need to be ready to travel before you get your visa, so that once you get your visa, you can make your entry into the United States. So if you're a family person, if you have dependents, you need to enter with your dependents. Your dependents cannot enter the United States before you. It's either you go first and your family joins you later, that is allowed, or you go with your family together. Your dependents cannot enter the US before you, the main applicant, all right? Remember, this is a pathway to permanent residency. So you're moving down to the US as a permanent resident. You, the primary applicant, and your family are moving down to the US as permanent residents. Okay, so while talking about the steps, I just noticed that I skipped some of them, but I did talk about them, even though I didn't mention, okay, step 6, step 7. So let me just give you a summary of all the steps. So step 1 is you submit an entry into the DV program. Step 2 is the selection of applicants, where you're selected. And if you've been selected, you then have to confirm your qualifications. Then you submit your immigrant visa. Then you submit the supporting documents for your visa. And then you have your interview. Then after the interview, you get your visa, and then you travel down to the US. So those are the steps for this. So this is really amazing because there is no language requirement for this. You don't need any IELTS or TOEFL or anything like that. No English proficiency test is needed for this pathway. You don't need a job offer. You don't need a school admission. So this is a good way, to move down to the US, and you're moving with your family. So it's really amazing. And it's a free application. So go ahead and apply. Okay, so I did mention that there are countries that are eligible and some countries that are not eligible. So let's talk about the eligibility for the countries, right? So remember they said that this is for the countries that don't have a history of high immigration into the US. So every country that has high immigration into the US is not part of this program for this particular season. All right. So natives of the following countries and areas are not eligible to apply because more than 50,000 natives of these countries immigrated to the United States in the previous 5 years. And the countries are Bangladesh, Brazil, Canada, China, Colombia, Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Haiti, Honduras, India, Jamaica, Mexico, Nigeria, Pakistan, Philippines, South Korea, Venezuela, and Vietnam. So all these countries are not eligible to apply, right? I know a lot of Nigerians, Indians, and Filipinos are watching this presently, but I just needed to do this video because there are many other countries that I have viewers from that are eligible, and my channel is basically for everyone, and I know all the countries that watch my channel, so I try as much as possible to include everybody. So while Nigeria, India, Philippines is not part of this program, I have several other videos that are for people from these regions. So please don't feel left out. I just needed to carry everybody along. So check out my next video for opportunities for you. So if your country is not mentioned among those that are not eligible, that means you are eligible, okay? So the countries that are eligible are so many. I can't mention all of them, but let me just try. So those from Africa, we have Algeria, Angola, Benin, Botswana, Burkina Faso, Burundi, Cameroon. So these are the countries eligible, right, that I'm mentioning right now. And it's a lot of countries, so I obviously cannot mention every other country. That is why I felt it's easier to just mention the countries not eligible. So if you're not on that list, you know you're eligible. So you can find it here on my screen, right? Congo, Egypt, Eswatini, Ethiopia, Gambia, Gabon, Guinea, Kenya, Malawi, Mali, Mauritius, Rwanda, Niger, Namibia, Mozambique, South Africa, Sudan, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, Uganda. All these people are my viewers, my lovely viewers, and I just needed to do this video for them. We have Ghana here also, and these people, I have a lot of viewers from these countries, so I just felt that they shouldn't be left out. So apologies to the people from the countries that are not eligible. So sorry, I still needed to do this video for my other viewers so we can carry everybody along. So watch out for the next video. There'll be something for you. You know how I do it. So I really need to warn that there are many scam websites out there posing as the DV program website for application. Try not to be scammed. I'm going to drop a link in the description box below because there are so many scam websites out there. And if you're not going through the right channel, you're going to miss it. So check the description box below for the right website to begin your diversity visa program application. I do wish you all the best. Please be among the first people to apply and take advantage of this. So I'm going to drop the link in the description box. So just check in the description box. You're going to see a link there. And then from that link, you're going to get to see how to apply and all of that. I'm going to leave all the links to the website so you can apply for this like right now. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Also give the video a like. That is a thumbs up. It goes a long way to support the channel, and also subscribe so you can be seeing more videos like this. All right. Thanks for watching. My name is Jackie, and I'll see you in my next video.